Where we go? I do this offshoring, and I scan the planet, and I was scanning those resources, and I got a new mission from scanning the planet. So we're gonna go to Helium, get Siggy, Well, here we go. Let's see. We'll take, let's see. We'll take Grunt and Saeed with me. I thought I had done this before. Let's see. Ooh, both of these are good. This and this. I think I would go with this for now. I think I would go with this. Wait a minute. I did not do this. Here. Okay.
Welcome to Nosastra, Commander Shepard. We've been instructed to waive all docking and administration fees for your visit. My name is Karina. If you need information about the area, it would be my pleasure to assist you.
Who instructed you to waive the fees?
The order came from Liara Tassoni, who paid all fees on your behalf. She also asked that I direct you to speak with her at your convenience. She's near the trading floor.
What can you tell me about Nosastra?
It's an exciting city. We see a lot of new cultures and goods because of our proximity to the Terminus systems. At the same time, Ilium is still an Asari world. You should be as safe here as you would be on the Citadel. For your own safety, however, I recommend against signing anything.
What's so dangerous about signing something?
Ilium is a free trade world, Commander. Contract term requirements are more relaxed here than on other planets. It's a small price to pay for keeping our competitive edge in goods from the Terminus systems.
You mentioned trading. What gets traded on Ilium?
Anything you can imagine, Commander. Ilium is a wonderful world for those who can afford it. In order to remain competitive as a Terminus systems port, we've relaxed many of the standards you'd find on other Asari worlds. Most drugs are legal, provided they are labeled properly. You can buy almost any weapon or technology. You can even buy indentured servants.
I can't believe an Asari world would allow slavery.
We try to avoid calling it slavery. All indentured servants on Ilium have voluntarily agreed to a term of service. Most choose indentured service as a means to pay off debt or avoid imprisonment. A contract holder is responsible for the well-being of her servants, and a servant's duties are agreed upon before the contract is signed.
Do you have any recommendations about what to do on Nosastra?
Our trading center is directly ahead. You'll find restaurants and shops nearby as well. I suggest you browse our shopping kiosks. You can find things on Nosastra that you can't find anywhere else in the galaxy.
I'm on a mission. Can you help me find someone?
I can help you find major entertainment centers or stores, but I'm afraid I can't point you to individual people. Liara is excellent at that type of work, however. I imagine she can help you.
You said Liara was here? What's she doing?
Liara is one of Nosastra's most respected information brokers. Nosastra is based upon trade. Information is valuable currency, and Liara has done quite well. As I said, you'll find her near the trading floor. She was looking forward to seeing you.
Thank you.
Again, welcome to our city, Commander. Please enjoy your stay.
Customs records indicated just a car named Samara is visiting this port, Shepard. Your former teammate, Liara Tassoni, may have more information. Her office overlooks the trading floor. You may wish to speak with her regarding the whereabouts of Thane Krios, the assassin on your dossier, as well.
25.
Excuse me, are you shorting prefabs?
Why not?
You're Commander Shepard. I saw your... I guess you would say your aura. I'd recognize you anywhere. I was asked to give you a message if I saw you. It's from a friend you made on Novaria.
What message were you asked to give?
Shepard, we hide. We borrow. We build. But we know that you seek those who soured the songs of our mothers. When the time comes, our voice will join with yours, and our crescendo will burn the darkness clean. Thank you, Shepard. The Rachni will sing again because of you.
How did you possess another Asari? You can't just take over people's minds like that.
Peace, Shepard. The Rachni Queen does not control my thoughts. That was merely the message I was asked to deliver. I encountered her on an uncharted world. She saved my life. More than that, she gave me a purpose. They are an amazing people, Shepard. The galaxy owes you a great debt for giving them a second chance.
How did you find the Rachni?
I was working as a courier. Pirates ambushed my ship, and I was forced down on an uncharted planet. I was badly injured, alone and near death. Then they found me. They saved me.
You obviously got off world again. Did the Rachni give you a ship?
No. Countless workers repaired my ship. It runs better now than it did before. They remind me of the Keepers on the Citadel in a way. All working together, each with a purpose.
What happened to the pirates who attacked you?
They were obliterated, as they should have been. The Rachni are not aggressive, but they do what they must.
You said the Queen gave you a purpose. What do you mean?
The Queen shared her song with me as I recovered. I saw the Rachni as only an Asari could. They are so beautiful, and so vulnerable. They needed someone to purchase things they cannot make themselves. Someone to work within the system. An agent, if you will. I am happy to help. My life as a courier was empty and shallow. Now I'm helping a great race rebuild itself.
You were really comfortable walking away from your old life?
You're concerned that the Queen is controlling me. I understand, but it doesn't work like that. Our minds were in perfect harmony. I saw their beautiful spirit and their need. I knew what I had to do. If some part of that is suggestion, then it was a side effect from their efforts to save my life. I am happy.
Can you tell me where the Rachni are?
I'm afraid not. I don't even have that information myself any longer. After I met the Rachni Queen, that information was removed. It's not painful, but I simply don't remember. I'll remember when I need to, and her caution is understandable. The galaxy isn't yet ready for the return of the Rachni.
I got that she was grateful. What else was her message saying?
That the first Rachni War was a mistake. Something soured the voices of her people. In Rachni psychology, that would be like mind control, I think. It doesn't really translate. Anyway, she believes you are fighting the ones who did that, and she promises to help.
She thinks that the Reapers caused the Rachni War?
I can't say for sure, but she was certain that her ancestors were forced into war against their will. Her people aren't naturally aggressive. If they made war, it was not of their own doing.
Thank you for giving me that information. I'm glad my friend in Noveria is doing well.
Be well, Commander Shepard. You will not see me again.
Holy crap, Shepard! I thought you were dead. Shepard? The news said you were dead. What happened? No, wait, probably classified. Forget I asked. You just have to lie. It's been a couple of years. I'm Gianna Parasini, Noveria Internal Affairs. You helped me nail Administrator Analeas.
Happy to help. What happened to Administrator Analeas?
He made the one mistake Noveria won't tolerate. He got caught taking their money. He's doing a few years in white-collar prison. More importantly, he won't work in the field again. Sit down. If I remember right, I owe you a beer. What brings you to Ilium? You know, that you can talk about.
You ever heard of the Collectors? They're attacking human colonies. I'm gonna stop them.
Damn, Shepard. For me, a tough job involves more paperwork. Hey, listen, I just remembered something. I've gotta go. Talk to you later? And don't forget to drink your beer.
I'm looking for the best tech upgrades.
Welcome. You look like someone who needs high-quality equipment. Feel free to look around. My store has the best tech and biotic equipment on Ilium.
Is everything here so expensive? I plan to drop a lot of credits today.
Really?
I'm outfitting a team for a dangerous mission. I need the best and I'm willing to pay for it. As long as you work with me.
Well, perhaps I could give you a preferred rate at the kiosk. Here, a small discount, and when I get special items in, you can take a look.
Do you have anything else? Anything not listed on your main merchandise kiosk?
Well, there is one thing. Very advanced design. Not publicly available yet.
That's because it's still in development on Noveria, and illegal for export. Hello, Hermia.
Parsini, you set me up! But this isn't Noveria. You don't have the authority to arrest me.
I don't care whether you go to jail. I've got all the evidence I need to find you out of business.
Do you have the authority to seize the schematic she's trying to sell?
I don't have to. Hermia was under suspicion. We leaked a faulty device to her. All this thing will ever do is blow up in your face.
I need to go. I have to talk to my lawyer.
Talk fast, Hermia. When the fines hit, you won't be able to afford him. Ah, that was good. I've got to go file a few papers. Come by my table when you've got a minute.
I'll take it.
Hermia is going to be a very poor woman very shortly. Thanks for the help, Shepard. I love nailing Asari. So ageless and superior. Then you get them and they squeal like schoolgirls.
It must be nice having a job that you really enjoy.
I wanted to be a cop, or CSEC, but my family had bills. I needed the money a corporate job brought in. Besides, in this job, you don't see things that make it hard to sleep at night. White-collar crime is nice and clean. Hell, at least this time I didn't have to wear heels and a dress.
How'd you end up on Noveria, anyway?
Scholarship program, and a competitive internship. Turned out I was only middling at the science, but I could always ferret out secrets. You grow up poor and surrounded by rich kids, you get good at hiding yourself. Helps with going undercover.
What's up next for you?
Research. We've had some hacking attacks lately, and I want to make sure they're external. A lot of people are suddenly interested in dark energy. My bosses want to know if it's something to worry about. That'll hold me over until I have to go back undercover anyway.
It must be hard, going undercover so often.
It's not so bad. Go new places, be new people. The only weird part is when you go home and try to talk to people, and you forget how to react. Like it's another cover, you know?
Deep down, part of you likes fooling people. That's what makes you good at it.
Part of me, yeah. I grew up poor and working class. Now I walk around the rich and powerful, taking notes, getting evidence. And they never see me coming.
It's been a pleasure, Gianna.
You too, Shepard. See you around. Hell with it. Mwah. Much better than an autograph. Take care of yourself, Shepard.
I need minimal heat increase. And speed. I have extremely high performance requirements.
A Batarian trading group has announced plans to sue the Citadel Council. The Batarians claim that slavery is an inextricable part of their caste system, and that by limiting the slave trade...
Hello, Commander Shepard. Liara will be pleased to see you.
You're Liara's assistant?
Yes. Liara relies upon me to acquire useful intelligence. I don't have her network of contacts, but I supply her with supplemental data. It's really an honor to work with her.
What's Liara's reputation here on Ilium?
She is greatly respected. In a few short years, she's amassed a sizable network of connections. She could have even more political power than she already wields if she weren't so focused on her personal goals. But I believe she should tell you about that, not me.
I'll talk to you later.
Of course, Commander.
You know what? before we talk to Leora.
Another difficult development for human expansion as the colony on Horizon has been attacked. The council
Garrett's
has suggested
Italian.
that the attacks are a tragic coincidence, likely the result of material slave trade.
How can you short sell on prefabs after these human colony attacks? They're going to see a ton of business.
A ton of immediate charity business.
There we go. Now Leora will recognize them.
Does living at a higher altitude make you more intelligent? Our report may surprise you. New data commissioned by the Architectural Union has noted a correlation between tested intelligence and height of habitat. The news comes as new homes range.
We were always told that Ilium is one of the safest places in the galaxy, until you fell off the grid. Sign the wrong contract, join up with the wrong company, or walk down the wrong alley, and it's as dangerous as anywhere else. Don't let this place fool you. It's no safer here than Omega.
There's no fatality.
There we go.
Very few Quarians ever set foot here. Ilium doesn't allow the flotilla to approach beyond a certain distance. This is the greatest planet in the galaxy for those who can afford it, and they work hard to keep the Quarian fleet away.
By the stars, your skin looks amazing.
Yeah,
You're
time to
using
talk to
Iris
Leora
touch
now.
things up, are you? Actually, I just tried Exoderm. New Exoderm moisturizing cleanser.
Have you faced an Asari commando unit before? Few humans have. I'll make it simple. Either you pay me, or I flay you alive. With my mind. Shepard! Nixeris, hold my calls.
Ooh, kitty kitty.
My sources said you were alive, but I never believed. It's very good to see you.
It's good to see you too, Liara. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. I've been working as an information broker. It's paid the bills since you... well, for the past 2 years. And now you're back, gunning for the Collectors with Cerberus.
That's not exactly public knowledge.
Neither is you being alive, Shepard. Information is my business now. And if you need information on finding people, I'm happy to help.
What about you, Liara? I could use your help on this mission.
I can't, Shepard. I'm sorry. I have commitments here, things I need to take care of.
What kind of things do you need to take care of? Are you in trouble?
No, no trouble. But it's been a long 2 years. I had things to do while you were gone. I have debts to repay. Listen, if you want to help, I need someone with hacking expertise. Someone I can trust. If you could disable security at key points around Ilium, you could get me information I need. That would help me a great deal.
What's this all about, Liara? Can't you just talk to me?
Don't you think I want to, Shepard? This isn't because I don't trust you. This is Ilium. Anything I say is probably being recorded.
If it'll help you, I'll take care of it.
When you hack one, a server will open somewhere nearby for a short time. You can download data from there, if you hurry. Thank you, Shepard. This may help me pay a great debt.
There's an Asari named Samara here on Ilium. You know where I could find her?
Samara. Yes. She arrived recently and registered with Tracking Officer Dara. You can find Dara at the transportation hub.
Why would Samara have to register with a tracking officer? Is she a criminal?
No. In fact, she's quite the opposite. Samara is a Justicar, one of an ancient sect of Asari warriors. Dara can tell you more.
I'm looking for Thane Krios. He's supposed to be here on Ilium.
The assassin? Yes. He arrived here a few days ago. My sources tell me he may be targeting a corporate executive, Nisana Dantius. He contacted a woman named Serena. Serena has an office in the cargo transfer levels. Perhaps she can tell you where Krios is.
That was all just off the top of your head?
I'm a very good information broker, Shepard. The world of intrigue isn't that different from a dig site, except that the dead bodies still smell.
Thanks for the help. That's all I needed to know.
Of course. If there's anything else I can help you with, let me know.
What's Aldrich been doing? I don't have time for that.
I'll talk to you later, Liara.
Ilium is the gateway to the Traverse, but is that gate open too wide? Investment think tanks are noting concerns that new technological discovery...
Do you have anything flashier? I want something that says, I own this room. I own...
I'm gonna have that asshole arrested. Watch yourself if you go in there. Some human is causing trouble. He's demanding that I sign the place over to him.
Is there anything I can do?
Oh no, that crap might fly on Omega, but this is Ilium. I'm hooking up security cams now. If he or anybody else causes trouble, I'll have their asses arrested.
You're really holding out on me? I'm a man on the edge. I got nothing to lose.
Uh-huh.
I'll do anything to get the job done. I'll go all the way without a second thought.
Uh-huh.
You want to see how far I'll go? I learned how to shove a gun in people's faces from... Commander Shepard?
Hey, if you know this idiot, can you rein him in before I slap his ass with a singularity?
Shepard?
I would do better. I would kick his ass.
Me, Conrad Werner. We met on the Citadel? I wanted to become a Spectre? Oh, and then you shoved a gun in my face? You showed me what it meant to be truly extreme. I learned that lesson well. So you're alive, huh? I hear it goes like that in the biz. Why don't you sit back and watch how it's done? I got some asses to kick.
Conrad, why are you acting like me?
What, are you crazy? I'm nothing like you. I'm not a Spectre working for the Council. I'm on my own, backed only by my wits and my nerves. No rules, no laws, just whatever it takes to get the job done. I'm not like you at all.
Conrad, do you have any actual combat training?
I'm saving the galaxy, Shepard. I don't have time for training. Don't you get it? You were a big jerk, but you saved the galaxy and showed other races that humans mattered. And then you died. The galaxy needed someone like you, Shepard. We all did. I had to do something.
How did you get that armor?
Oh, they make some pretty convincing replicas these days, if you're willing to pay. Getting the whole getup was pretty expensive, but my wife was really supportive. She even paid for my shuttle fare off-world.
So, you just wander the galaxy, righting wrongs?
Hey, don't say it like that. I talk to people, you know? Ask them if they have big problems that only I can solve. You'd be surprised how many people are just waiting for someone to talk to them. Sometimes I poke through crates, too. You know, for extra credits.
Any decent security system will detect that you aren't in the military, much less part of my squad.
I just say that I'm deep cover and don't appear on systems. I'm doing the best I can, okay? hero. You saved the galaxy and showed everyone what humanity could do. And then you died. The galaxy needed someone like you, Shepard. We all did. I had to do something.
Why were you trying to get the deed to this place?
This place is actually a front for a red sand dealer. I need to take it over to crack the ring.
What? Who the hell told you that?
The owner of that weapons store near the carport? She's an undercover cop. She told me about it when I introduced myself.
Listen, crap for brains. First, we don't sell red sand. Second, red sand is legal on Ilium. You just need a license.
I'll talk to this undercover cop and figure out what's going on.
Thank you. If I kill annoying customers, it usually causes property damage. That comes out of my pay.
Just let me know if you need any help, Shepard.
Has recently received an unexpected visitor in the form of a rare Justicar calling herself Samara. Samara denied her request for an interview.
If this is the best you have, I'll make do. But you're certain the neural stimulators are compatible with both my suit and Asari physiology?
Listen, I know the data is vital to the Kurosa family. Asana Dantius didn't give us time to pack. I'm lucky I got out at all. Her mercenaries were starting to shoot. If she lets us back in, I'll get it. I promise. If not, well, we'll just have to hope.
Coming up later today, we release our annual list of Ilium's 10 richest people. Are the heavens still bright Asari blue, or have the Volus finally rolled to the top? And don't miss our look at the fashion faux pas at the Commerce
Trust me,
Awards.
the goods coming in from the Terminus systems are great for business.
I don't know. Some of them seem dangerous.
That's the whole point. Danger means more contract work for us.
You're sure gateway weapons and armor are good enough for Eclipse?
Can I help you with something?
I talked to an old friend, Conrad Werner. You told him that the Eternity Lounge was selling red sand.
Oh, you're Conrad's friend. Yes, that place is really dangerous. I should know. I'm an undercover cop. Did you get me the deed to the bar? I need the deed to, stop the red sand dealers.
I softened up the bar owner, but you need to go in and finish them off.
Really? Are you sure?
Absolutely. You just need to close the deal. Go in, be tough, and let them know you're with me. They'll hand the deed right over.
Wow, great. Here, I'll set you up for a discount. Thanks for the help.
It tastes like. Have enough of that.
Oh, blue rose of Ilium, let your roots dig deep into the hot soil of Tuchanka. Let our scorching sun and sheeting rain turn your supple beauty into...
What do you want? Sorry, that damn Krogan's love poems are getting on my nerves.
Is that Krogan bothering you?
No, you don't need to hurt him or anything. He's harmless. Which, I know, Krogan, so it's hard to believe. His name is Char. We're kind of dating, but, well, we're on a break. And he's trying to show me how sensitive he is by, well, wooing me. It's really bad.
Why are the two of you on a break?
He's serious. Serious, as in talking about kids. Char is a great guy to date, but for something permanent... Krogans live long lives. It's not like dating a human where you just stick it out for a century till they die. No offense. It made me wonder if he really likes me, or if he just wants kids. He can't have them any other way, you know, because of the genophage.
That sounds like a question you should ask him.
I did. I don't think you realized that our kids would always have been Asari. Not Asari don't always get that we're not taking alien DNA, we're just using it to randomize some of the genetic information. Anyway, Char was quiet for a long time. Then he said that he'd love our girls no matter what color they were.
It doesn't seem common for Asari to date Krogan. What brought you two together?
He's a fun guy, really smart, especially for a Krogan, and he's got a good job as a transport technician. It's fun to join a mercenary guild or dance at bars for a few centuries, but eventually you hit the matron stage, you know? Then you get your back tattoo removed, let your scalp go back to its natural blue, and settle down with someone dependable.
You need to talk to your boyfriend. He's just gonna keep shouting poetry until you do.
I know, but it's tough. I like him a lot. Hell, I love him. But I don't know if he's permanent Bond material.
Look at him. He's obviously crazy about you.
Is he? I mean, what if he just wants to have kids? Am I just his baby-making machine? He said I wasn't, but...
If he said that, then you either trust him, so you have nothing to worry about, or you don't, and you've already decided.
I guess I hadn't thought about it like that. And I do trust him, if he said it. I'm going to talk to him. Here, I've given you a discount at the terminal. Thanks for the help.
What about you? Going to try and make it as a commando?
Why not? Every Asari has biotics. For example, you know that new drug, the one that causes permanent neural scarring?
That's horrible. No, I haven't had any luck yet. She insists it was legal. I don't know. I'm going to call in a favor and have a friend examine the contract. Shepard. I don't suppose you'd remember me. I'm Shiala. We met on Pharos during the Geth attack. Saren had given me to the Thorian creature as a slave, and you killed it. And saved me. I promised to help Zeus Hope recover. I'm actually here on Ilium for just that purpose.
How is Zeus Hope doing?
We've done a lot of rebuilding. We even salvaged some useful material from the Geth ship you destroyed. The Exogeny researchers got called back to their headquarters, however, along with what was left of the Thorian.
Is it Exogeny pushing colonists around again, or did the Thorians somehow survive our fight?
No. Exogeny has been very supportive of Zeus Hope. They actually seem to want to help us survive, and the Thorian is dead. Though, after all you went through to kill it, I understand your concern. I fear that after our adventure on Pharos, my purpose on Ilium will seem mundane by comparison.
Is there something I can do to help?
I'd appreciate it. I've reached the limits of my diplomatic abilities, and I'd prefer not to start trouble. Some of the colonists had health problems as a result of the Thorian control. We hired a colonial survey group to do some medical scans. But the medical contract apparently allows the company to perform invasive procedures without our consent. That's why I'm here.
Wait a minute. Shiala, you were only green when the Thorian made you a clone. The real you was blue, like normal Asari.
Those health problems I said were related to the Thorian control. This is mine. A few months after the Thorian died, my skin pigment changed. My biotic abilities are unstable as well. I'm also having vivid dreams about my time with the Thorian. It is disconcerting.
I'll talk to the survey group.
I appreciate it, Shepard. The Barrier Frontiers representative knows about the issue.
I saw your conversation, human. You're here to complain about the medical contracts those colonists from Pharos signed. I suggest you leave. Your life is short enough. Do not waste what time you have bothering me.
Why are you insisting on these tests? What use could they possibly be?
Their use is not your concern. A legal binding contract was signed. Nothing else matters. All of you. Humans, Salarians, Turians. You come to our planet, then complain that our laws don't suit you. The galaxy would be a better place if nobody but the Asari had ever dragged themselves out of the primordial muck.
Perhaps we could work out different tests. Something that will work for both sides.
If the colonists were not willing to abide by the terms of the contract, they should not have signed it. The onus is not upon me to accommodate them.
So you'd be this harsh in your contract terms if these were Asari colonists?
If they were Asari, they'd be dealing with problems unleashed by another race. Asari like my bondmate, who died when the Geth rebelled against the Quarians. Or my daughters, who died during the Geth attack on the Citadel. One worked in the embassy, the other was a greeter for the consort. I'm not speaking in hypotheticals, human. The aliens will never be my allies. The best they can do is give me useful medical data.
Why was your bondmate on the Quarian homeworld?
Studying the Quarians. Not their technology, but their music. She loved all their art. Said they had old souls. I think that's where my daughters got it from. Both of them love talking with people, exploring new cultures.
They sound like wonderful people. The galaxy is lesser for their loss.
Yes, it is.
Do you think they'd want you to do this?
I'm not. I didn't. Sending an amended contract. No more tests, no fees. There's enough grief in this galaxy. I don't need to add to it.
Did you get the star charts?
Yeah. I had to deal with Arinia, though. I feel like I need a shower.
What do you expect? She's a pureblood. They're all like that.
You did it. I just got the revised contracts. Thank you, Shepard. You've saved Zoo's hope again. I don't think I could have... Is it always like this? Yesterday's problems lingering in some new form. Isn't anything ever just fixed?
You've got the new contract. It's fixed for now.
Thank you for what you've done here, Shepard. I'll keep doing what I can. Maybe sometime when I'm not organizing the colony and you're not doing whatever you do.
You can sell something that dangerous with just a contract and a waiver?
These are the Terminus systems. Everything's dangerous, and
That's why you need an Omnigel programming solution that works. Whether constructing single-use equipment or breaking down salvage gear, will be there for you. There are some problems Omnigel can't solve. For everything else, there's Cision technology, Division of Elcos Combine.
All right. Let's do it.
Excellent. So the total comes to...
Damn it, this is just a misunderstanding!
Tell it to the judge. My surveillance vids caught your extortion attempt from 4 different angles.
I was misled! I was told that you had agreed to sell!
Take her away, before I have my bartender throw her out.
What happened? The undercover cop from the weapons kiosk just got arrested.
She wasn't a cop. She was a deep cover operative from a terrorist cell. I'd never have found her if not for you.
Really?
Really. You did a great job, Connor. Now please go home. Let me take it from here.
Can do, Shepard. And thanks. It's really good to have you back.
I'm looking for the best tech upgrades you have.
Of course, I can help you with a couple.
Listen, I know the data is vital to the Kurosa family. Nasana Dantius didn't give us time to pack.
No, that still sounds like an awful thing to legalize.
All the dangers are right there on the package. It's legally required.
Who reads labels, though?
So consider it a way to weed out the people too stupid to know their limits.
Sometimes you say these things, and I don't know. Maybe it's because you had a Batarian father.
Wow, you're pulling that on me? My father was an excellent caretaker.
Serena?
Who wants to know?
Name's Shepard. Liara Tassoni said you might have information on Thane Krios.
Tana, cover for me. Over here. Yeah, I know who Thane Krios is. I might have passed him some information, but I didn't hire him. What do you want to know?
Maybe you could help me find him?
I can tell you, but you won't stop him. When he contacted me, I checked up on him. The man never gives up on a job. I ran security for Nasana Dantius. Then I found out she was having people killed to cover up her dirty secrets. She fired me when I confronted her. Her loss. I might have been good enough to stop Thane from taking her down.
If you work there, you must have an idea what his opposition will be.
Eclipse Mercs. High-tech killer. Undisciplined, but very well-equipped. They don't much care who they kill, as long as they're paid for it. Thane has quite a reception waiting for him. I told him all I knew. He didn't seem worried.
Why does that name sound familiar?
She was a representative on the Citadel a few years ago.
Right. She had me kill her sister, the slaver.
I thought that was just a rumor. Well, you know what she's capable of then. She has even more power here in Nos Astra. She uses it to keep her friends in check, and her enemies dead.
So where do I find Thane?
The Dantius Towers. Penthouse level of Tower 1. There's a second tower, still under construction. If Thane is smart, he'll go in from there.
It doesn't sound like Nasana's just gonna let me in.
She's as smart as she is paranoid. No one's getting in or out of there without a fight. I can get you in, but you'll only get one shot. You'd better be ready.
Do you know anything else about Thane?
Not much. He did say that he's not doing the hit for money. Nobody hired him. I wanted to know who I was helping, and he said he's doing this job on his own. That he had to restore the balance of his life. I don't know. Maybe he's crazy. If he takes down Nasana, I don't care why he does it.
You're just offering your help? No strings attached?
You're going to look for Thane. Nasana's mercenaries will try to stop you. At the least, you'll distract her guards. Take a little fire, give Thane a clear shot. I didn't hire him to kill Nasana, but I won't shed any tears when she gets what's coming to her.
Let's go then.
Good. I'm tired of this crap. We'll go tonight as soon as the shift workers clear out of Tower 2. The towers are heavily guarded, and you'll find more resistance closer to the penthouse. So, this assassin, you planning to stop him?
I'm just here to make sure he survives.
There they are, the Dantius towers. You'll have to get up to the second tower and cross the bridge to the penthouse. Her mercs will fight you every step, but it's your best chance.
Why don't we just save time and take the shuttle up?
She's got mercs with rockets just waiting for you to try. You get maybe halfway up before they shot you down. Besides, your assassin won't go in that way. Best to go in low.
Any last-minute tips about the towers?
The Eclipse mercs will be well fortified by now, and they won't want to disappoint Nasana. There's no automated defenses or traps, just focus on anything moving.
All right. Let's do this.
Hold on. Don't linger too long. They'll be here to greet you soon enough. Good luck, Shepard.
Okay. Oh. Come on, come on.
Nothing left. Still ticking.
I can't feel my legs. My chest is killing me.
Who did this to you, and why?
We're just night workers. Nasana sent them after us. She sent the mechs to round us up, but we didn't hear. They just started shooting.
They just attacked you?
Yes, they were too slow. It was horrible. Everyone screaming. The merc said there was no time. Nasana wanted us out of the way immediately. Then the dogs.
Here. That should ease the pain and keep you alive until help arrives.
Really? This guy? Why?
Take your time.
I think I'm better. Find the other workers. Help them.
I need to get up to the penthouse. Any suggestions?
Take the service elevator to the upper floors. The bridge between the towers isn't finished, but if you're careful, watch out for the mercs. They're everywhere.
Any idea how many mercs Nasana's got?
A lot. Dozens of them are wandering around here all day. You'll find more the further up you go.
Why would Nasana kill her own workers?
To her, we're expendable. But I didn't realize she was that ruthless. My friends, co-workers, slaughtered. They were jumping off ledges to escape the dogs.
I'll do what I can.
Thank you.
Let's get moving.
Where are you?
Weakling! One more! Impact shot!
Like you.
Critical system damage.
On the ground, now! Firing concussive shot!
Everything here. At least I think I do. Okay. Oh, to the top we go.
Hey, I think he went in here.
We'll go get him.
You go.
Get your ass in there, and Nathana's not paying you to stand around.
Fine. But
Outside forces have engaged. Critical system. Impact event.
Yeah, right on your ass!
Okay, what's in here?
Requesting assistance. Critical system damage. Routing power. Critical system damage.
Right in the head!
Taking cover.
I'll put them down! Anyone else wants them? Nice.
systems engaged.
Get to that in a minute.
Please, don't kill us. We'll go. We'll go.
Hey, look. They're not Eclipse. You're here to help us, right?
It's one reason I'm here. Come on out. It's safe enough.
Thank you. We are in your debt.
Maybe you can help me. I'm looking for someone, not a merc. He's on his own.
Well, whoever sealed us in here.
When he found us, I thought we were dead, but he just closed the door and locked us in.
Sounds like our assassin's going soft.
Assassin?
Here for Nasana, I bet. She's got it coming. You treat people like this, it always comes back to bite you in the ass.
I need to get to Nasana's penthouse. What's the quickest way?
Cargo elevator is the only way up right now.
They're still working up top. Watch your step. Some of the walls aren't in, and it's a long way down.
Cold, too. I hate working up there.
Nasana's not exactly your favorite person?
She's a hard woman to work for.
That's an understatement. She works us long hours, no overtime, and this is what you get in payment.
She's unpleasant, to say the least.
Why not just quit?
We would if we could.
What's stopping you?
Our contract. We're stuck until the job's done. Quitting for any reason can be hazardous to your health.
We hear that anyone who leaves early tends to disappear. Probably just a rumor.
But who wants to find out for sure?
Did you see the one who locked you in? Do you know where he might have gone?
He's no Solarian, I can tell you that. But I've no idea where he went. Sorry.
If he's after Nasana, he'll be heading to the upper levels.
How many workers were in the tower? Are there many more of you?
Not alive. We were lucky.
Well, some got out before the dogs were sent in. Maybe a few are hiding somewhere.
I wouldn't stay here too long. It should be safe down on the lower floors.
I was just thinking the same thing. Let's go, everybody!
Thank you. And tell your assassin to aim for her head. Because she doesn't have a heart.
Get moving!
Heads up, we'll probably have company. We should get behind stuff.
Yeah.
Mezzanine. Have a pleasant stay.
Here they come! Little pieces of crap!
First was one.
Krogan charging!
Let's see if they burn!
gonna help.
I haven't heard from teams 4 or 5. Don't worry, my team's always ready to go. I don't know where he is. Not yet. Don't worry about it.
Looks like somebody
We don't need
might
any
go out the
reinforcements.
window.
I'll take care of it. It's under control. I'll go down there myself.
Turn around. Very slowly.
Damn it.
Have you seen the assassin?
What are you looking for? You're not one of Nasana's mercs. Who are you?
Answer my questions and I'll let you go.
Look, pal. Even if I knew where he was, I wouldn't tell you.
Not the answer I was looking for.
I've got nothing more to say to you. If you shoot...
How about goodbye?
Oh, that's the disc.
It's all over the place.
What do you mean?
We've got reports of him on multiple levels. We think he's traveling through the ducts.
I'm not paying you to think. Just find him, now.
Yeah, one more.
Taking cover.
Impact shot.
Deploying Warfield! Where is everyone? Will somebody please give me a report? Answer me, damn it! Somebody get down there and find out what's going on.
Are you guys all right in here?
Get back! Get back! I'll shoot!
Don't do anything stupid, pal.
I don't want to hurt you, but I...
Hurt me? I hardly felt a thing.
Talon!
Slow and easy.
He's my brother. I just want to see if he's all right. Are you the ones who shot the merc?
It wasn't me. Your brother didn't do it?
No. Talon was standing here with me.
What happened exactly?
The merc found us and shouted at us to move. We panicked, and he shouted more. I thought he was going to kill us, then his head just exploded. Talon picked up the merc's gun, but we were too afraid to leave. Then you showed up.
That's a clean headshot. Sniper rifle, I'd guess.
How safe is that bridge out there?
The bridge is stable, but the wind's your real problem. If it doesn't throw you off, the mercs will definitely try. There's a lot of them out there.
I'm looking for someone. Probably the guy who killed this merc.
Talon thought he saw someone following us, but he's been a bit on edge. I haven't seen anyone but the mercs.
Is the bridge the only way to the penthouse and the other tower?
From here, yeah. It won't be easy. Mercs are patrolling the other side. Whatever Nasana's hiding from must be pretty scary.
There are still mercs up here. You should get to the lower levels.
No need to convince me. Talon, come on, get up.
Can we go home now?
Yeah, we're getting out of here. Thank you.
Oh, they got us saved. What the hell?
I'm afraid your men aren't able to respond, son.
Eclipse forever!
Engaged.
Well done.
This is valuable. We've been spotted.
I don't care what you do. No one gets across that What the hell are you waiting for? Just kill them!
Mind over matter! You're toast!
This'll put him down. Hostile down. On the ground, now! Figure out!
Deploying Warfield!
Firing Kentucky shot!
Mind over matter!
I'll put them down! Flash shield.
What the hell am I paying you for? I'm sending in reinforcements.
Focus fire on my target!
Finish him off!
Got it.
This'll break them down! I'll tear you apart! I'll tear you apart!
Moving.
I'm going.
Die! Fine, I'll...
miserable shits!
Hitting headshot!
You see there. See if there's anything you want to do. Oh, you're to find a part.
Shepard. But you're dead.
I got better.
And now you're here to kill me.
You really are paranoid, aren't you?
Don't patronize me, Shepard.
Charming as ever.
I'm sure you find this all very ironic. First you take care of my sister, and now you're here for me. Well, you made it this far. Now what?
You really think I'm here to kill you?
Do you have another reason for destroying my tower? Decimating my security?
I'm just looking for someone.
You expect me to believe that? Is it credits? Is that what you want? Just tell me your price. We can make this problem go away.
All the credits in the world won't make this problem go away, Nasana.
Who the hell gave you the right to play God? I may not be perfect, but look at you. We both kill people for money. What's the difference?
You kill people because you think they're beneath you. They're in your way. I kill people when they leave me no choice.
You've got a choice. You don't have to do this. I can tell you. What?
I heard something.
Damn it. Check the other entrances. You stay put. When I'm finished dealing with this nuisance, you and I are going to...
So this is our guy. Good.
I was hoping to talk to you.
I apologize, but prayers for the wicked must not be forsaken.
Do you really think she deserves it?
Not for her. For me. The measure of an individual can be difficult to discern by actions alone. Take you, for instance. All this destruction, chaos. I was curious to see how far you'd go to find me. Well, here I am.
How did you know I was coming at all?
I didn't. Not until you marched in the front door and started shooting. Nasana had become paranoid. You saw the strength of her guard force. She believed one of her sisters would kill her. You were a valuable distraction.
Let's cut to the chase. I need you for a mission.
Indeed.
You're familiar with the Collectors?
By reputation.
They're abducting entire human colonies. Freedom's Progress was their handiwork.
I see.
We're going after them.
Attacking the Collectors would require passing through the Omega-4 relay. No ship has ever returned from doing so.
They told me it was impossible to get to Ilos, too.
A fair point. You built a career on performing the impossible. This was to be my last job. I'm dying. Low survival odds don't concern me. The abduction of your colonists does.
I hadn't heard that. Is there anything I can do?
Giving me this opportunity is enough. The universe is a dark place. I'm trying to make it brighter before I die. Many innocents died today. I wasn't fast enough and they suffered. I must atone for that. I will work for you, Shepard. No charge.
I've heard impressive stories, Krios. Sounds like you'll be an asset to the team. That is, if you're comfortable having an assassin watch your back.
I've accepted a contract. My arm is Shepard's.
Uh-huh. Don't know about you, but I'm loyal to more than my next paycheck.
Obviously he is too. He's doing this mission gratis. What's your concern?
I don't like mercenaries. An assassin is just a precise mercenary.
An assassin is a weapon. A weapon doesn't choose to kill. The one who wields it does. Where shall I put my things? I'd prefer someplace dry if anything is available.
The area near the life support plant on the crew deck tends to be slightly more arid than the rest of the ship.
Ah, an AI. My thanks.
He seems quite civil.
We need all the help we can get. He's not what I expected in an assassin. He may surprise you.
Yeah, and he may not.
then maybe get off.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Yeah, I got to put the new outfit on. There. And also a lot of the planet's cannons be do them offline. I mean, when I'm not sure.
Do you need something?
You mind if I ask you a few questions?
Not at all.
We need to have the best equipment possible to take on the Collectors. Do you have any leads I could chase down?
My old contact network often located rare equipment for me. Would you like me to get in touch with them?
Let's see what they've got.
Scan what I can.
Commander, Morden requests to see you.
Okay.
I'm surprised by Thane's spiritual side. His psych profile mentioned little of it, and he carries himself with such cold confidence. I'm not sure if I find him scary or sexy.
A lot of women like bad boys.
Oh, I don't know. Good guys are pretty nice too. Anyway, how may I help you, Commander?
That'll be all.
I'll be here if you need anything.
Okay. Go and stop stream right here. And I will do more later. But I might be playing Sea of Thieves with my two friends. Thank you for watching.